College football week 6 predictions. The Florida LSU game was postponed because of the hurricane, so that's not going to be on here. Anyways, getting into it. First game, Auburn versus Mississippi State. I like Auburn's defense in this one. I think they're going to have a good game against Mississippi State, and they should come up with a win. Next game, Georgia Tech versus Pittsburgh. This is going to be a really close game. Both teams rely on the running game a lot. Georgia Tech with the option, and Pittsburgh with James Conner. I think Pittsburgh's going to edge out Georgia Tech. I think they're just a little bit better. Next game, Houston versus Navy. Navy's off to an okay start, even after getting rid of Keenan Reynolds. Yeah, but Houston has looked way too good, and I don't really think this game is going to be close. I think Greg Ward Jr. is going to do his thing. Houston should win this game by at least 20. Next game, top 25 matchup in the ACC, Virginia Tech versus North Carolina. North Carolina knocked off Florida State last week, and I think they're going to do the same against Virginia Tech. I really like North Carolina's offense, and I think they'll get the job done again. Next game, Indiana versus Ohio State. Now, Indiana upset Michigan State last week. Can they do the same to Ohio State? I don't think so. This game should be a blowout. JT Barrett should have a nice game. Ohio State should get rid of Indiana pretty easily. Next game, top 10 matchup in the SEC, Tennessee versus Texas A&M. Both teams undefeated. Tennessee with a crazy Hail Mary to win last week. I don't think they can do it again. I've liked what I've seen Texas A&M a lot better. They look more consistent than Tennessee does, and I'm going with Texas A&M for the win here. Next game, BYU versus Michigan State. Both teams are kind of off to a bad start. Michigan State just got upset, obviously. I think Michigan State's going to come back and beat BYU, but it should be a close game. Next game, Colorado versus USC. USC finally did something last week. They blew out Arizona State. But Colorado has looked really good this year. I mean, they're 4-1, and their only losses to ranked number 4 Michigan. So I think Colorado can handle USC pretty easily with the way they've been playing. So I'm going Colorado there. Next game, Alabama versus Arkansas, another top 25 matchup. Alabama is the best team in the country right now. I think Arkansas might be able to come up close, but I don't think they're going to come up with the win. I think Alabama should beat Arkansas. And next game, Washington versus Oregon. Washington put a beat down on Stanford last week. I finally believe in them now, and the way Oregon's been playing, I don't see Oregon winning this. Washington's going to win this game. Next game, Florida State versus Miami. Florida State, that's not going to be the only hurricane going on in Florida. Miami's going to breeze by Florida State as well. So I've got the Hurricanes in this one. Next game, Arizona versus Utah. Utah is overrated to me. I haven't really liked what I've seen from them. Arizona hasn't gotten off to the best start, but I think if Anu Solomon's even playing, I think Arizona is going to beat Utah in this game. Next game, UCLA versus Arizona State. Arizona State just got destroyed by USC, and USC hasn't looked good all year. Arizona State's been really inconsistent. I like UCLA in this game. I think Josh Rosen's going to have another good game, and UCLA should get it done against Arizona State. Next game, Washington State versus Stanford. After Stanford's beatdown last week, I think they're going to come back and beat Washington State. But you never know about Washington State. They always lose to some no-name in week 1, and then they win like 9 games in the season. It seems like a trend they've been doing for last few years now. I know they did it last year. But I think Stanford's too good of a team to get whooped again. And I think Stanford should win that game. Then the last game got postponed till Sunday, Georgia versus South Carolina. Georgia should have won last week against Tennessee. I think they'll handle South Carolina easily. I think Georgia's a much better team than South Carolina. South Carolina is not what it used to be with Steve Spurrier, so Anyways, those are my predictions for Week 6 in college football.